eternal expression of God. The journey is to connect the dots, to take all truth and invite it in, and to deny the lies and reject them completely. Then the spiritual journey becomes learning what are the lies and what are the truth. And there is no way to comprehend the depth of the lies and the magnificence of the truth. You have to enter. You have to allow yourself to open the door, to want the door to be open, to see all that's been made up in the name of separation, and then to allow the love of creation to take you into love itself. It doesn't become an intellectual idea. It's being smothered. It's allowing the magnificence of love itself to take you so deeply within that you never can even remember anything else. And all of this comes through your own willingness. How powerful is your willingness? It is so powerful that it has kept everyone in separation for thousands and thousands of years. The power of your own mind has made past lives seem real, seem authentic, and those then make this one seem authentic also. But love is calling you to come home, home, to the divine bliss, the divine light of love that is creation. There is no neutral in the spiritual journey. There is no place where you can coast and somehow have transformation. Your willingness, your participation is essential, moment to moment. And each moment is either a loyalty to truth or a loyalty to lies. Even in a state of such a deep trance that you are just in a habit of whatever it is. And that habit is not neutral. That habit is a choice that's been made. And it is the habit that brings you back to pain and suffering, not always connected with the understanding that this is the choice that's been made. And just as quickly and just as easily you can make the choice for love. You can make that choice for love that transforms the lies. You have that much power. But in the journey of love, in the journey of remembering, you have given the power to the lies. And so they become and seem more natural than aligning with truth, with love. Love becomes the foreigner that you don't know or remember. And the lies are familiar, so they seem to be more friendly, more realistic. And then the habit just continues in that form. But you have the choice. You have the free will to choose love or lies. And the power of your choice creates your day, creates your week, creates your month. It all is by choice. When you go deeply into that choice, it's an amazing realization that you have so much power. You have the power to transform with the help of God, but you also have the power to make lies, to agree with lying, to see the world in a view that you've carried for lifetimes. Now is the lifetime of letting go, surrendering, and allowing the grace of God's love to come into your awareness and let it be used for that totality of transformation. It's all for you. And you have the choice, always. Open to the choice of love. Demand it if you have to. The demand can be to shake up your own system, to not allow your willingness to be taking a back seat, but to demand it says, this is what I want. I am saying what I want. I'm letting it be the powerful voice. And the voice that calls to lies will become weaker and weaker and smaller and smaller. Allow yourself. And in this moment, affirming that the universe is truly love. And the idea of separation is the illusion. Awaken to the beauty and perfection that you are within. Embrace it, invite it, live it. Live it through the teachings of love. Live it through the guidance of love. Let it be shown to you. Enter into the schoolroom of love in this moment and in every moment. Over the mountains of despair, we will rise above. Over the heartache and the pain, upon the wings of love. The healing of our savage heart, gently by the dove, miraculously transforming us upon the wings of love. Terrible mistakes we think we've made, regrets we've undergone. Sometimes the hopelessness makes us forget the sun at dawn. All delight and joyousness, the tender mercies of Jesus, who carries our burdens upon the wings of love. The willingness to surrender the belief in burdens, the belief in problems, the belief in differences, all of it surrendered, emptied of all the lies that have been carried for lifetime after lifetime, turned over into love. Here I am, declaring the love within my heart. Within my heart, here I want to affirm the love of our Divine Mother. I'm here to learn to love for all eternity. Here in this school of love, I have come to give thanks, to remember, to all divine beings that are walking in the light of our Divine Mother, and accepting that I will praise the truth of love forever, and never to aggrandize myself, but to realize that in this world I have believed that I was small, and that the size of love was not even able to be seen, but that within the light of truth I open to the great love that is within. To love together with all beloveds, all of us, walking together, praising the truth of love itself. And remembering that here within this power, we are here to give thanks for the healing that is always available, the healing that we are receiving, the heart that is opening, and the mind that is being cleansed. We say with deepest gratitude, we are the love of all creation. Eu aqui vou seguindo, declarando o amor dentro do meu coração. Eu aqui quero afirmar o amor de nossa mãe, para sempre eu amar. Aqui na escola do amor, eu venho agradecer a todos os seres divinos dentro da luz de nossa mãe. Para sempre vou louvar e nunca me agradecer. Sou pequeno do tamanho do amor, para dentro desta luz. O grande amor é poder ser, amar, junto com os meus irmãos, todos nós seguindo juntos, e o Deus poder louvar. Aqui dentro do poder, devemos agradecer ao nosso Pai, a nossa Mãe, as curas que vamos recebendo dentro do coração, amando e agradecendo. Giving thanks, giving thanks, giving thanks, giving thanks, giving thanks. The value, the energy of gratitude is so profound in its healing power. It can break whatever resistance, whatever walls that you have made, whether it's aloofness, whether it's knowing, whether it's strategies, whether it's suspicions. It doesn't matter how it manifests itself. It's the realization that gratitude for love, for truth, can break and heal everything. Thank God, it's all a mistake in the lies of separation. In this prayer, just allow yourself to be taken into the heart. God is joy and compassion, patience and unchanging love. Higher than the heavens above us, vaster than space, is this love. Longer than 10 billion years will he wait for everyone to return. The God of compassion has compassion for all. For he knows that we believe that we were made of something temporary, but he holds completely of the pure spirit. He recognizes that we believe that we return to dust, and that our lives are as brief as the grass is. But in God, we blossom like a flower in a field. And when a strong wind comes, it is uprooted and disappears from its stationary place, returning to God, into God, as love eternal. And his justice is everlasting, and his laws extend through the galaxies and into the atom's core. Bless the truth, all angels, echoing with the sound of light. Bless the truth of God. All masters, bless God. All the masters who have grown transparent in his love, bless the truth of God. All creatures through the infinite dimensions of the world, bless the truth of God. My soul, my spirit, I return. When you allow yourself to contemplate that God is all love, and that love will wait billions and billions of years, because there is no time, for you to finally make the choice to choose love, to choose truth, to choose peace and harmony and freedom, to be free of the identities that has haunted everyone, to be free of all of the identities that have been given to everyone, letting them all go, and to realize that God holds every beloved as the pure spirit of love. That is what you are. And the lies of becoming dust, they fall away. They disappear because they have no truth. And the brief life that you have believed to be in this world, you exchange that for the eternal life of joy. Those are the choices: to walk with God in peace and harmony, extending that love to all. lie around and get zonked. If you were devoted, it would be enough that just one prophet would have come to make a personal appearance on earth. He or she probably could have easily fixed some important things forever, written a book that really gave us the total lowdown, and that no right-wing fanatic dare edit. God in human form, as many call the avatar or world teacher, seemingly could have easily shown us some tasty herb cocktails that could cure the mind that all the humans would ever know. But looks like it doesn't work that way. And what is it that makes us mules who like the harness of separation? What would the workhorses in this world do without some imaginary cause or situation we felt needed to be championed or scotch-taped? Heaven forbid everyone might become happy doing basically nothing, except to lie around and get zonked out on the wonder of our being. That is the way back to love. Resting in God, not having to champion anything of this world that is part of the illusion, but to remember again and again and again, oh, that's right. I don't have to do anything to become anything. I have to let go of what I thought I knew. And underneath that false exterior of identity is the divine spirit, waiting to be embraced, waiting to be acknowledged, waiting to be lived. If we were devoted, it would be enough to have one great prophet make a personal appearance. But each prophet that has come has given exactly what was needed for every beloved. You could take one teaching and you could go so deeply into it that you would come out the other side without your identity. That's how powerful every teaching is. And yet, it's kind of like this. This is how the ego learns. Yeah, I got it. No big deal. I got it. It's like taking a sacred teaching and someone says, yeah, I read that about a month ago. There is no reading of sacred teachings. You have to devour them. You have to inhale them. You have to want them to transform whatever untruth is pushing that truth away. If you believe that you are unworthy of love, if you believe that you are your identity, and you keep raising the past, saying, this is what I am, this is what I am. Look how messed up I am. Look at all of this heartache and pain. And yet, within the sacred teaching is the medicine that can transform that belief so quickly, so deeply, so permanently. It is miraculous. It is absolutely miraculous that you can change your mind so profoundly that you can transform. It isn't meant to be difficult. It isn't meant to be mysterious, except that it is mysterious because you haven't been there yet. It's the unknown. But it takes a willingness and an opening to humility that says, teach me how to learn. Not just teach me the truth, but teach me how to take it in. Teach me how to imbibe the truth. How do I immerse myself in a teaching? How do I open that door that instead of just reading it with eyes and taking in the information like it was a novel, and instead you're drinking in your salvation. You're drinking in your freedom, your light. It's not that the light isn't already there, but you're drinking it in because that's what you're here for. This is what this lifetime is for, is to be free and to allow yourself to immerse into every sacred teaching. The sacred teachings, for most, are held kind of a little bit over here, a little bit out here. Why is that? Because the ego keeps saying, you're going to lose everything, and you have so much. You've made such a world, such a life. And this is like going to a high-pitched sales place that is going to sell you a condo that you've never seen before, but they convince you that this is really what is really going to make your life all totally great. You're going to buy this condo. And then you find out that the condo doesn't have any doors or windows. And it's been in construction for 10 years and they've never finished it. That's the choice that you're making between love and an unfinished condo that somebody else needs to sell. Once you enter the preciousness of every teaching, you won't even want to spend your day without those teachings. You'll want the nourishment to revive you all day long. So you start carrying teachings in all your pockets so that you can pull them out and have them like a protein break. You need to be refreshed. You need to be brought back into sanity. So you read it again and you let the nourishment come in, the nourishment of truth, whatever that truth happens to be. I walk with God in perfect holiness. Are you walking with God in perfect holiness throughout your day? Or do you need that nourishment to bring you back to that sanity all day so that you can remember and align yourself to be walking with God? Because that is the sacred teaching. You can be walking with God all day long because you are walking with God all day long. just because your mind went to the lies and to the deceit doesn't mean that God still isn't walking with you. You just aren't aware that God is walking with you. And then the longer the day goes and that you don't have that nourishment, you go further and further into the deceit. And the more further you go into the deceit, the more off you feel, the more unconnected you feel. And you can't really see, why am I feeling so off, so separated? Because you ran out of juice. You ran out of the nourishment. You forgot. And you went back into the illusion. And all day long, you can bring yourself back into love, back into that nourishment. And when you're in that love, you will feel the nourishment of that. It becomes so nourishing that you can't wait to have some more of it, to drink some more, to transform into that truth again and again and again, until you don't need to fill your pockets with the teachings anymore, because they're all right within your heart. And you're just with it all day long. And inside you're singing your communion. And you're singing because you're extending love to everyone. And you don't have that place in your mind anymore that keeps track of time and has a list that has to be obeyed. Everybody has lists, but you don't believe that you actually have to obey them. They're not your master. You turn to your master. You turn to God. Let God always be your authority, because God is your authority. God is the authority of the entire universe. And there's nothing else to walk with. There's nothing else to realize that you are that spirit of love. You are everything that God created. One prophet would have to just make one personal appearance on earth, and everybody would have just latched on and said, okay, that's it, I'm done. This is my way. And we could have had a cocktail that would just turn us over, except that we have free will. And we're not here to be rescued. Everyone came to change their choice, to deny the lies of what we made and come back to love, the truth of love that is all that you are. It's all that you've ever been. And that you're not willing anymore to live a false identity. Can you walk as the light of God within the world? Of course you can. It's just the willingness to do so. The willingness to extend that love, to be that love. In your prayers, God is always ready to answer your prayers in the way that is the most helpful for you. Just the only caveat is that you can't tell God what it is that you need or want, except for peace and harmony and joy. But it's not about, God, I've decided, I figured this out. I'll tell you what I need, and you supply it. That will keep you going in circles for a long time. But if your prayer is, show me the way, give me your strength, I'm willing to be shown every step, teach me. Teach me, I'm ready to learn. And The Spirit of love always shows up in every kind of way, into the miracles of love. Can you spend one day with the sacred teachings that will nourish you all day and have no stories, no identity, no reasons, and no outcomes, just for a day, maybe a half an hour, if it can't be a whole day. But just imagine that you have no reasoning, no because. This is this way because. No outcomes, no expectations of right or wrong. Just a day where God's authority leads you in every moment. And you trust in that love. And you allow yourself to be nourished in truth because it's what you're here for. And it is heaven on earth when you enter into that space, into that truth. And the past is gone, the future isn't here, and you're just here present in love, as the truth of love. And you choose harmony all day. You choose peace. You choose compassion. And you throw away empathy, because it isn't you lining up with others who are still in pain and suffering. It's the compassion where you lift them out of the old identity. You erase the identity that you've given them, and you're willing to see them as the light of God. And you drink that in too. Because every time you are willing to see someone as the light of God, your heart is filled with grace. Your heart is filled with peace and harmony. There is no giving to get. There is no, I'm going to be nice to this person so I'll feel better. No. But there is a complete circle of love where when you extend love, you receive love, because the source of love is pouring through you because you are willing to offer love. So you expand by the very nature of your offering. That is how the miracle occurs. Willing to see the truth of every beloved, without their costumes, without their roles, without their identities, without their gender, without their age, without their story. Just the divine Spirit of God that everyone lives as and with and in. And we could all get zonked out with the realization that there was nothing to do except drink in happiness and the truth of love. Drinking it in through every sacred teaching. Somebody offers you a teaching, take it and hold it dear, because it's the gift of a lifetime. Allow every teaching to become your last teaching. There's this beautiful truth that is a Native American teaching: today is a good day to die. That good day to die allows you to come back and be in the moment. And you take every sacred teaching and be with it as if this is the last one that you're going to receive. And you want to savor it. You want to drink it deeply. You want to glean from it every bit of truth, every blessing, every element of God's grace. You want to take it all in. every day, those blessings are there for you to transform the entire day, to live so deeply in the truth that it becomes natural to you to want only truth, because you can't align with anything else anymore. Pay attention to the awareness that whether you're comfortable with your temporary identity, comfortable in the sense that it's more comfortable for you to be in this temporary identity than to enter into the possibility of being the spirit of love. Pray to the divine to actually make it uncomfortable to be in a false identity. Not uncomfortable because you need pain, but because you can then recognize this is uncomfortable. It's not a false discomfort. It's that living in a false identity is always uncomfortable. But the trance is very seductive because it's all that you know. But God keeps calling to the deeper spiritual truth of your being. You can't not be spiritual. You are spirit. That's your natural state, the eternal spirit of life that can move and transform into any shape or any awareness. There's never anything missing because you're in that expanded truth of spirit. As the Spirit of God, you will come to a place where you never have to move to experience and enjoy everything that is made of God. You can stay here in this body, in this form, and still be at the ocean at the same time. You can experience everything that you would experience when you're there. It's all there. The mountains, the rivers, the ocean, it's all yours. Every element of everything that is love is yours. It's within you. You can take a trip to the moon because it's all yours. There's nothing that cannot be experienced in the truth of love. That's real. That's true. All the truth of love is yours. Nothing you have to do to make it happen, to have an experience. It's within you. You can touch the wind. You can touch the sun. You can embrace all creation. It's within you. And that's all that you're waking up to, is the truth of everything. That you are one in the everything. So then you can be zonked out because you're not battling with your mind anymore. You're not trying to figure out anything. You're not trying to win, succeed, prove, defend. No more pain. No more suffering. Only the love that is always here, to realize that pain is an illusion. Joy is reality. They don't mix. Pain is deception. Joy is truth. They don't mix. You can't take one and then bring it to the other. But you are promised in this moment and in every moment that the joy is yours. It is who and what you are. Harmony is what you are. Peace is what you are. You're only coming home to the truth of you. You as one with all creation, one in God. Coming home. Nothing else to do except lie around and get zonked out in happiness, in your exquisite oneness with all spirit, all peace, all joy. Let it come, let it be realized as you devour, as you imbibe all the sacred teachings in their preciousness, in their gifts. As if everyone is the last one. You take it in and you live it as deeply as you can.